Boom! At the open, all-time high for the S&P 500.
It's your boy Jimmy. Jimmy.
Now what's worth doing is worth doing for money.
Straight from y'all street to Wall Street.
Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't make up happen.
Dudes wake up, hope their girl turned on so they can get a little bit. Only woman in the morning I wanna turn on this Becky quick. While the average man looking at this sad like she fine as it. I'm over here looking at tails and whips like 5'6". I left the mayhem for the market. Now I don't want a dope spot, I want a stop pick. I know that booty got dry, triggered my stop losses, but I ain't got time for your wop. My V-wops crossing. Rich with hot V's and pushing hot strategy and plans to make grand. Still in my wife beater, Batman pajamas, house slides, and about 5 hot picks for the day. Cause I like the way the Dow bounces. 4 hot dips on call, so I got options. 2 with a lot of volume, 1 with a double bottle. Now I know dumb money don't understand. Am I talking about my trade or just thinking with my MACD? You see, we different in the way we move. You move with kittens and your dog, I move with bears and bulls. I got a green thumb, I grow with the marijuana. Waking up with the fun, some commas. Jump out of bed, big profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, big profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. They used to watch me move them packs and die. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Profits. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETL, make profits. I jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them candles, profits. While I'm still in my sand, making profits. Yeah. See, me and Jim Cramer been talking mad money. Said today I'm taking a risk. They got the feds coming, but I got support here with me. I call a short squeeze. You get the drop, pull the trigger, and abort these. If she stay on my watch list, I might have to wife her. But I know better. I'm a true trading group lifer. Call up the Wolf of Weed Street. It's time to flip some profits. Go ahead, be hawking. Get your spot here. I'll double top that in the head and shoulders. Hit him up with this resistance. Watch him roll over. Cause I see John Wicks in contract. If I say I make $1 million a day, well, that's a large cap. You moving average, that's why you get crossed. Get split, get delisted, and knocked off. And I'm setting the whole block off. I'm buying GameStop and selling them roadblocks off. Jump out of bed, make profits. Eat my bacon and eggs, make profits. Light up, watching them cans, make profits. While I'm still in my same making profits. They used to watch me move them packs. Now I watch moves in the NASDAQ. Used to run from the ATF and them cops. Now I run down ETF. Hey, my family. Hey, go, what we doing, my man? And make profits. Hey, Shug, Mike, what we doing? And make profits. Yo, Wolf, Professor, what we doing? And make profits. That TTG money gang. And make profits. We some snipers.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on, folks? Welcome to the True Trader live stream. Hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you relaxed. I hope you're refreshed. But I hope you're ready to get down to business and figure out how we're going to make some money this week. We've been on an absolute heater inside the True Trading Group chat room. Seems like almost on a daily basis, or at least every other day, you're looking at 50%, sometimes even 100% gains inside of the True Trading Group chat room. And we're going to look to keep that momentum going this week. You just came off of some really good economic data, some really good inflation data, and that sent the market absolutely screaming to the upside Thursday and Friday. Huge green days in this market. The biggest day of the entire year, actually, on Thursday. Does that momentum and does that rally continue this week, or do you see another pullback right back into the bear market that we found ourselves in all year? Or is what you saw at the end of last year, is that enough? Is that enough to break the back of the bear market that we have not been able to pull ourselves out of all year? These are the questions that everybody wants to know. These are the topics that we have to talk about. You have some really important data coming out this week that could either confirm the breakout that we saw this past week, or could it possibly erase it? I'm going to tell you what that economic data is, where I've got my eyes on, what I think the markets do, and where I'm looking to make money here this week. Welcome to the True Trading Group live stream, folks. My name is Michael Edward, former award-winning hedge fund trader, now the current head trader at True Trading Group. For those that do not know, TTG is the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform available today. And if you're ready to learn, trade, and profit for real, you've come to the place. So take a minute, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on your notifications so you never miss out on these lives. I do them 6 nights a week, Sunday through Friday, where myself, other TTG pro traders, as well as special guests will drop golden nuggets and provide you with free lessons and insight and analysis that can help you guys become better traders immediately. So like I said, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you never miss out on any of these lives. But honestly, why should you give a damn about any of the analysis or the education or the tips and lessons or anything else that we talk about here on these live streams? Folks, I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I'm not going to teach you some kind of secret that I discovered in my mother's basement. I'm not going to teach you some special pattern or special indicator. None of that. I'm going to teach you the exact same stuff that I was taught when I got my first job right out of college that was working for a hedge fund in New York City. That's where I learned how to become the trader that I am here now today. Then 2008 happened, and then that was the Great Recession, and that was the stock market crash. But that was also the same year that I received one of the firm's Trader of the Year awards. Now I'm the head trader and co-founder of True Trading Group, and along with 9 other professional trading moderators and an over 20-person staff, we've helped thousands of people from all over the world, from all walks of life, from all experience levels, learn to trade and profit consistently. Because of that, we are the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform today. And we combine university level trading and investing courses with premium stock market tools. We do workshops and mentorship on stocks, options, crypto, futures, you name it, we trade it. And multiple different trading styles and strategies, day trading, swing trading, also long-term investing. See, we take that university level curriculum and we combine it with today's top financial tools that are worth well over $5,000, $6,000 a year if you were to go to these companies directly and buy these products that they have. But these are the products that professional traders use that help them make better decisions, that give them access to more information that increases their chances of success. So you should also be using them. The problem is they're expensive. The solution, we spend years building relationships with these companies so we can put their products on our platform at no additional cost to you. Literally saves you about $5,000 to $6,000 a year, part of the value of joining the TTG family. And we're also going to give you access to 10,000 of the most active, supportive, helpful, and successful community of traders and investors that you've ever come across. And of course, you'll get access to all of the real-time trade alerts from myself, and the 9 other professional trading mods that have been able to maintain a cumulative win rate of just around 80% now going on the last 2 years. So again, if you guys are new to the channel, smash the like button, turn on your notifications. You got to subscribe to the channel first, though, before you turn on your notifications. Don't ever miss out on these lives. And hell, share this stream on your own social media. Let's reach out. Let's educate. Let's empower as many retail traders as we possibly can. Now, guys, I need you to give me your full attention here real quick right here, right now, because tonight's live stream is going to be a little bit different than our usual Sunday night live stream. Yes, I'm going to get you all ready for how to make money this week. I'm going to give you my stock market outlook. But before we do that, I have a very special guest tonight. And to set the tone for this guest, I'm going to speak to you guys all for a minute, because life shows up at the most of the time. It's unexpected when life kind of shows up and surprises you. Most of the time it tests you, and all the time, if you walk through it, you can grow from it. You know, just like people did not expect a global pandemic to bring their lives to a literal halt from one night to the next, people did not expect to have their livelihoods taken from them, have their businesses closed, be furloughed or even laid off, and have the economy come to a screeching halt. But that is exactly what happened. From one day to the next, no one had any warning. No one could have believed that it could have happened, but it did. Compared to right now, you know, people know that things are going to get harder and things are going to get worse before they can get better. They have a heads up. They have a warning. You know, people also have the ability and the means right now to invest in themselves and get educated so that they're positioned to stand on their own. You know, how many times in history have you known for a fact that life would attempt to throw you a curveball months in advance and have that type of advance notice to either do something about it and prepare for it? So you have a chance to learn a real skill from real education with tools that you need and the community that you deserve. You have a chance to capitalize on a real opportunity happening in the stock market right now. The volatility we're experiencing has been creating massive opportunity, but guess what? That will not be here always, and will not at least to this extent. And this week coming up, I think that we're going to be ripe for volatility, especially coming off of what was an insane week last week. I want to talk about volatility. You had a huge down day on Wednesday, a huge up day on Thursday, biggest day of the entire year. And then that movement continued on into Friday. And now you have more economic data that's coming up here this week that can really keep that momentum going, keep that momentum riding all the way through until you get to the middle of December, when you're going to get even more major economic catalysts, when you're going to be looking at more CPI and inflation data, and then another Fed meeting. Yes, another Fed meeting. I mean, we just had one. You got another one coming up in the middle of December, and you have more CPI data, which is the inflation data. That's what caused the huge stock market rally on Thursday. You got that coming up again on December 13th, not that far away. What is the market going to do up until that point? That's what we're all going to be talking about here, guys. You know, it's all about the volatility. The volatility that you're seeing, all volatility is it means that stocks will make bigger moves faster than they normally do. And the bigger moves are creating bigger opportunities for active traders like you and I. Traders like myself and the 9 other professional traders in your trading group and the 10,000 members of TTG are taking advantage of this volatility. That's why some people are having their biggest months, their biggest days, their biggest weeks, their biggest years inside of true trading that they've ever had. People are complaining about, oh, I'm down on my crypto, I'm down on my 401k, I'm down on this, I'm down on this, all the crap that everybody on social media told me to buy and hold on to. It's down 90%. Instead, members of True Trading Group are having some of the best years that they have ever had. You know, I said this before and I'll say it again, that TTG bottom line here is that, guys, that members are making money. They're becoming better traders. Don't just take my word for it. You shouldn't. Most of you, some of you don't even know who I am. Maybe you've even been here for the very first time. Don't take my word for it. Watch this. Members of True Trading Group, my question to you is very direct and very simple. If you are making money and you are becoming better traders because of TTG here this year, I'd like you to type the $ inside of chat right now. Literally, just go ahead, type the $ in chat right now if you're a member of TTG and you guys are making money and you're becoming better traders. Now, if you're not a member of True Trading Group, my advice to you is quite simple also. Look, pay attention. Try to count, because you're not going to be able to. Try to count how many $ you're about to see come through this side of the screen. Guys, these aren't bots. These are real people. Real people just like you that found True Trading Group the exact same way that you did. And that's on right here on this YouTube channel, watching one of these live streams. They realized they learned more in about an hour and a half with me on a live stream than they probably learned in the entire last year or 2 years trying to trade on their own or scouring through Reddit, trying to see what Mambo Jam's kitty cat tells them to buy and hold on to for life and diamond hands to the moon. Didn't work out for them too well. Didn't work out for most people that were following the advice of complete random strangers on social media. It's very important that you understand the background and the education level and the experience level and the success level of the people that you are getting your advice or your guidance or your education from. Not only are all these people making money, but the vast majority of these people that are typing $$ right now, you're seeing right now, most of them have full-time jobs. Not all of them. Most of them have full-time jobs and busy schedules. And watch, I'll prove that to you as well. I'll ask you this. Guys, now, if you're a member of True Trading Group, if you're making money while working a full-time job, I'd like you to type the number 1 and tell me what you do for a living. Type the number 1. That means you're making money. Then type what you do for a living. That's the full-time job that you guys are working while you're able to make money with the TTG platform. Now, anybody that's on here, like I said, that's not a member of True Trading Group. My advice to you is quite simple. Just read some of the comments. If you think that you can't do it with your full-time job, maybe you're about to see someone that does the same thing for a living as you do. A welder, project manager, a tree guy, full-time trader, pawn shop, contractor, CPA, IT administration, Uber driver, computer geek, software developer, loan advisor, senior director, software developer, IT, CNC supervisor, border patrol agent, courier, lead software. Somebody goes, are you making money? No, I'm not. Nope. All these people are. Me, nope. Grocery store clerk, software engineer, director, supervisor, IT professional, full-time auto mechanic, general contractor, ultrasound tech, business owner, mortgage, lawyer, school janitor, writer, film business, tech support, cabinet maker, merchant services, payable administrator, freight broker, nuclear procurement engineer. You guys, I'm not going to keep reading all of these comments that are coming to the chat. You guys can see, you guys can just keep reading these. But the point is, you get it. These people are making money. They're becoming better traders. And that's also while they're also working their full-time jobs, right? You're seeing it firsthand. Real people making real money with real full-time jobs. There's no difference between these people and you. If they can do it, so can you. I love these people to death. These are my teaching members, but there's nothing special about them. They're not smarter than you. They do not have more experience than you. They don't have more time than you. They do not have more money than you. They have all the same excuses and all the same hurdles that you are putting in front of yourself right now. If what you've been doing for the last 1 year or 2 years has not been working, then it is about time that you tried something different. Because if you're not having the results that you want, they're not just going to magically appear. If listening to people on Reddit or on Twitter for the last 2 years has not been working for you, then it's about time that you started to change that. Get yourselves a real professional level of education, just like I learned when I worked at a hedge fund in New York. Get access to $5,000 to $6,000 worth of trading tools that can help you guys make better decisions. Join a community that generally gives a damn whether you guys succeed or fail. Most people know this, right? I show you this because, of course, I show you this when I ask people these questions. A, because it means more coming from members than it does coming from me. I can sit there and just say, yeah, TTG members are making money. And of course, that doesn't mean much when I say that to you. I understand that. Of course, I own True Trading Group. So of course, I'm going to say that, right? It's more important, though, when it comes to questions like that you get the answers from your peers, not just from me. Okay. I show you this because, of course, you all know it's possible to lose money trading. Right? If you didn't know that, then allow me to tell you that it's not only possible, it's going to happen. Losing is part of trading. You're going to make losing trades. You're going to have red days. Okay. But you must learn how to lose correctly. There's a right way and a wrong way in order to lose. Losing is completely part of trading. So you need to learn how to lose just like you need to learn how to win. Obviously, you want to win a hell of a lot more than you lose. But if losing is completely inevitable, no one's going to have a 100% success rate. Then the times that you are wrong, you need to learn how to lose properly. And that's where risk management and proper position sizing comes into play, and understanding the risk and the volatility of every single trade that you take, because every single trade does not carry the same risk, does not carry the same volatility, therefore should not carry the same position size. But too many people do this incorrectly and too many people do it wrong. I will teach you guys the proper ways to do this to avoid you from making the critical mistakes that so many beginner traders make to blow up their accounts. Now, most people know this, but most people don't know. Most people that are on here that are not members, if you're on this live stream, to figure out is that you can actually make money doing this. You can make money doing this with a full-time job. You can make money doing this with a full-time job without starting with a lot of money. And you just saw the answers are undoubtedly and resounding yes when I ask people that question here on this live stream. Now, I don't want to waste another minute, right? Because I have so much that I want to do tonight. I got a very special guest that's going to be joining us here today. And I want to give you my game plan. I'm going to give you my game plan on how I intend on making money this week and give you guys all of my stock market predictions. But before I get into that, we have to welcome Terry. That was quick. I didn't even mention anything yet about any type of sale, but we have to welcome Terry to the TTG family. Terry actually just took advantage of our Black Friday sale. So Terry just saved 54% and got a brand new laptop, which we now have 12 available. All weekend, we've been running our Black Friday sale, okay, which is 54% off our regular price of $22.12. It brings the price all the way down to just $1,000 for the entire year. The $1,000 price you pay tonight is a price that you pay for life, meaning when our price is back above $2,000, let's say next year when you want to renew your membership, and I'm confident you're going to want to renew your membership considering 78% of TTG members renew their membership. That means there's a really good chance you're going to want to renew yours. You'll only pay the $1,000. The price you pay when you join is a price that you're going to actually pay for life. All right. And anyone that signs up before midnight tonight, well, not anyone, the next 12 people, not only are you going to save 54% off, but you're going to get a brand new free laptop while we have them. We did not have any all weekend, but Adam was able to grab 13 of them for tonight. So we didn't have them yesterday. So we had a couple people that did join obviously over the weekend, but we did not have laptops available. So people that are here tonight, this evening on this live stream, you guys are in luck. We have 12 of them now remaining. Okay, there are 12 of them now remaining that Terry just grabbed one. We also offer you double your money back, a double your money back guarantee with True Trading. This means that you will at 1K tonight. Okay, you're going to join here with $1,000 here tonight, and in 12 months, if you went through our courses, if you passed our quizzes, and if you attended at least one study group and did not make the $1,000 membership fee back at least once, I will give you $2,000 back. That means we're going to guarantee you 100% return on your investment in yourself when you join True Trading Group. I did not stutter. I'm being dead serious. You don't have to do this all in like 14 days, which is something that's impossible. You have literally an entire year. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend one study group. Do it at your own pace, on your own time, your own schedule. And if you cannot make the $1,000 back at least once, I'll give you guys double your money. That's the deal. To claim this deal, you just have to open up a new web browser, go to ttgoffer.com. The price is going to say $22.12. You got to manually enter the coupon code TTG121. Click apply code. That'll bring the price down to just $1,000. And then just check out. You guys are good to go. You don't have to enter your address or anything. You're going to welcome email after you join with instructions how to claim the free laptop. So as long as you see the laptop on the checkout page when you go there, you'll see it. You'll see a little laptop icon in the checkout cart. As long as you see it, that means you're getting one of the 12 that are available. We're like the Netflix or trading communities, guys. You're going to get the 54% discount. You're going to get the free laptop, but you're also going to get access to all of our courses and all of our tools. Just like Netflix gives you access to all of their content, you're going to get access to all of ours as well. That $1,000 is going to include our entire 18-course curriculum, 18 courses, multiple chapters in each course, multiple lessons in each chapter. It's a simplified version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. But you also get the tools, the resources from these companies that would cost $5,000 to $6,000 a year if you went to the companies directly, like Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, Quote Media's full book level 2, TradingView's premium charting software, the Trade Ideas scanner, ETNA's simulator, our own proprietary scanner that lets you create custom scans, dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow, analyst ratings, insider buying and insider selling data, short data, a trading journal. All of this is included for the $1,000. Of course, our chat room and the mobile app. The mobile app, it's free, iPhone, Android. This way, if you guys can't be in front of your computer during the day, don't worry about it. We got you covered. The mobile app will let you see the screen share, listen to the audio commentary, and get real-time push notifications sent straight to your cell phone. That's how so many of our members that work full-time jobs are going to benefit from this platform. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com right now, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop all the way down to just $1,000. All right. So like I said, to claim this deal, you just have to go to ttgoffer.com. It'll say $22.12. Type in that coupon code, press apply code. The price drops to $1,000. You do not need to enter your address to get the laptop. As long as you see one, you're getting one. The next 12 people will get one. If you are a trial member, a previous trial member, or a previous annual member, and you want this deal, send a text message to 786-505-4049. The phone number is right there at the bottom of your screen. 786-505-4049. If you guys have any questions about this membership, text us right there. Or if you're a previous trial or previous member, we have to whitelist your email address in order for that coupon code to work for you. So you also have to send us a text message to that number, and we will get you hooked up for the $1,000 price point and the brand new free laptop. Okay, everybody else, you go to ttgoffer.com, you enter the code TTG121, click apply code, checkout, you are good to go. We have to welcome Jack. Which means we're now down to 11. We are now down to 11 of the laptops. All right, laptops totally free. Has a retail value of just around $300. You can use it to trade with. You give it to somebody for the holidays. Give it to your kid for school. Okay, you can use it for your own work, whatever. It's a free laptop. It's totally sell it on eBay for all I care. It doesn't matter. It's a free gift for you. Part of our Black Friday sale. There's 11 of them now remaining. So Jack, welcome to the family. Terry, welcome to the family. Remember, guys, as long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one. That laptop has a retail value of just around $300. We'll ship anywhere in the world. You live on planet Earth, we're going to get you that free laptop. We got 10,000 members into a training group, literally all over the world. We cover shipping. You don't have to enter your address to get it. You'll get a welcome email with instructions how to claim the laptop after you guys join. So Jack, welcome to the family. Guys, I'm telling you that right now, these are not going to last till midnight. We didn't have laptops over the weekend. We have them here for today. Once they get under 10, these laptops are going to fly. They're going to run out. They're not going to probably last till midnight. Usually when we have these free laptops, everybody loves to jump all over them. So go to ttgoffer.com right now, enter that coupon code, and then you guys are going to be good to go. If you have any questions, 786-505-4049. Send a text to that number right now. All right. So there you guys have it. All right, guys. Now, let's keep this going. Let's move this on because I told you I had a very special guest for you guys all here this evening. We have a very special guest. We're going to do this live stream a little bit different here today on this Sunday. We're going to bring on a very special guest that I think everybody here needs to hear. Everybody, I think, needs to hear this person's story. I think that a lot of people that are on this live stream can really relate. Yes, I'm going to get you all ready on how I plan on making money this week and what my outlook is for the stock market and what important pieces of economic data are coming out and what can make the markets move higher, what can make them move lower, where am I focusing my attention? We're going to talk all about that. But before we do that, like I said, I have a very special guest that I do want to bring on. This member is a lifetime member who joins True Trading Group in September of 2021 while in his early to mid 20s. And instead of trying to buy a Lamborghini, a mansion, buy a Rolex, he had very different goals that he was able to achieve thanks to the help of True Trading Group. Goals that will help to put some of your own life into perspective. Everybody, please give a huge, warm TTG welcome to my boy, DaddyTradez.
Hey, yo.
Yo, what's up, man? How are you, bro?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm great, man. I'm doing good. My Giants won today. The Cowboys lost. I'm doing good. I just need the Eagles to lose now tomorrow, and I'll be doing much better. So,
hey, there you go. My Colts, I think, won today, which is surprising. They're not doing so well.
Yes, they did. They did win today. But listen, man, I want to thank you for coming on here with me today and to share your story. I think a lot of people that are on the YouTube channel right now, I mean, you're pretty active in chat. Everybody knows the username DaddyTradez. So it's always fun to have someone that is very active in chat that everybody knows to come on here and kind of share their story. And yours is a pretty damn good one that I think a lot of people could relate to. And I think can really help bring people's lives into perspective with their goals and the realities of what is possible if people take this seriously. So why don't you just tell us a little bit about, yourself and kind of like what led you up to joining True Trading Group? Like what happened? Kind of lay the groundwork for us here.
Well, I'd say, I guess just a little bit of background. I'm 24, will be 25 next month. I got my first exposure to the markets after all my friends got in on the March, the COVID drop.
Right.
They all bought, knew nothing about stocks, made a ton of money. And in June of 2020 is kind of when I started looking into it. But I guess life really smacked me in the face coming back from my junior year of spring break in college. I went to IUPUI, and I found out that my girlfriend that I was dating at the time was pregnant. And from that point on, I kind of threw away all the enjoyable hobbies that I had.
Right.
Because being a father is one of the most forward-looking, exciting things that I couldn't wait for it to happen. And it happened, at a time that God thought I was ready. Physically, financially, I wasn't too ready. But from that point on, I did everything that I could to get ready. So that was April of 2019. And once I got back, I realized I graduate early. So I scheduled 20 credit hours during the summer semester, 20 credit hours during the following semester, and graduated a year early with a triple major.
Wow.
I was working
for you, man.
Hey, thank you. I was working at Northwestern Mutual at the time, doing an internship as a college financial representative. Luckily, I did really well before all of this occurred. So I had a full-time opportunity lined up there, assuming that I could pass all of my FINRA exams in time. So I guess I scheduled all of my exams in October. It was August. At the beginning of August, my son was going to be born in November, and my office told me, hey, this typically takes 6 to 9 months to pass the SIE, which is the Securities Industry Essentials, the Series 6 and 63. I knocked those suckers out in 59 days. 4 days before my son was born, ended up passing all of my exams and finals, graduated early and went full time. I then, prior to my son being born, bought a house with the money that I had from the internship. And then after he was born, obviously, he came home with my fiance before he was born. It was important to me that, we were in the process of getting married, since we didn't really have time to get married. Right. So my fiance at the time and my son brought him back home. We were there for about 4 or 5 months. No, it was probably 2 or 3 months. And all the COVID, I guess the aftermath, the riots started happening, and a lot of crime started shooting up in our area. The neighborhood that we moved into was super safe. I picked it specifically because there was no crime history there. And someone 3 houses to the left of mine got broken into and stabbed.
Wow.
So 2 weeks later, I moved into what I thought was going to be a lifelong house, bigger than what I needed, but we could grow into it. Mm-hmm. And about 2 weeks after we moved into the new house, I got a call on a Tuesday morning that kind of shook everything up. Nobody's perfect. Every relationship has hiccups, but, I guess mature people try to work through them. Yep. But I got a call Tuesday morning saying, hey, DaddyTradez, I'll say. And my fiance at the time, I guess just a little bit of context, she was staying at her mom's house for her birthday. And she had my son, his name's Jace. She took Jace with her there. And then I got a call 2 days later because she was going to stay there from Sunday to Tuesday morning and come back. And the call kind of went something like this. Hey, DaddyTradez, I'm not coming back. Neither is your son. And I sold your effing dogs. And my fiance was bored at home since I was working full time as a financial advisor. So I got her 2 golden doodles that she wanted. Those were gone. Right after I potty trained them too. Sucks.
Oh, man.
So that's kind of when life, threw me the biggest curveball that, I never could prepare for. So I hired an attorney. I think I'm on my 6th one now, but can't find a good attorney these days. Man, it's hard. But I guess going from there, sorry, I lost my train of thought. Oh, so I got the call, realized hey, I should probably tell my family about this. They helped me find an attorney that was highly recommended in our area. Went to court, had my career used against me since I was having anywhere from 20 to 30 meetings a week with clients. That used against me not to get more time with them. So I quit the next day. I realized, hey, I should probably find something that I can be passionate about and succeed in. And that's kind of around the time that all my friends were talking about the stock market. So I got into trading a little bit. I searched YouTube, Twitter, FinTwits, StockTwits.
Yep.
That StockTwits is something else, man. Lost a lot of money from StockTwits. So from there, realized, hey, I need to learn everything I can about this. Wasn't sure how to do it, where to do it, and who to learn from. And I played sports growing up, and it's so important having a good coach.
Hell
You can be the best athlete in the world, but if you don't have the good coach and mentorship there, you're not going to reach your full potential ever. And I knew that going into it. So from February, I started with 5,000. Is kind of what I went full time with because attorney fees are crazy. I think I doubled that over from February of 2021 to August, and then gave it all back and some more in 2 weeks. And then I heard one of your ads on there while I was doing dishes, and I'm not gonna lie, I heard it like 5 or 6 times, and I kind of but then something was different. I was like, hey, I'm gonna listen to this guy. He's not on here paying for this for nothing. I've heard the ads like 5 or 6 months in a row, so I listened to it. I tuned into the next live stream, and I was blown away.
Awesome.
And I joined September of 2021. And ever since then, I have been able to pay, it's got to be around $38,000 in attorney fees. I'm on my 6th one now. And we'll be going to court next month for my 8th time to get more time with my son.
Wow, man. Wow.
Yeah.
That is, man, I got to tell you. So when, and now everybody, it's funny because, when you were first starting out telling your story, and I can, see the comments that are coming through. Everyone's like, wow, we started out, everyone's like, yeah, this is great. Wow. Good for him. Good for him. And then it was like, the story went from all this positivity. And then everyone's like, oh my goodness, I can't believe that happened to him. I can't believe to do that to somebody. And I got to say that for someone so young, like for someone that got thrown into having to grow up so fast with, here you are just trying to, build a career for yourself. And then this thing gets, everything kind of happens. You find out that you have a kid on the way, you do the right things, you finish college earlier than you're supposed to, you finish all your certifications to get your licenses earlier than you were supposed to before anybody ever thought that you were going to be able to do so. You do all the right things, you bust your ass, you work, 24-hour days almost, it probably felt like, because you knew that you had a family now that you needed to take care of. And
Exactly.
you decided that you weren't going to do any of this stuff that probably a bunch of your friends were probably doing at that time, but you were determined to just be, I'm going to be, the man that my family needs me to be, and I'm going to provide for them. I'm going to be there for them. And then they are trying to use that against you is just so terrible. When I heard this story, and I got to commend you, man, for just just picking yourself up and just barreling through this. And then to have someone say that, oh, you know what, I'm not giving your son back either. To the emotional stress that probably had on you and still does, and you probably still carry with you, to still be able to make the right life decisions just shows such tremendous maturity on your part. And it's just impressive. And
I appreciate that.
Yeah, man, I'm dead. I mean that from the bottom of my heart, because I don't, I think back what I was doing at 24 years old, and it's, I question if I would be able to have made all of the right decisions and do things the same way that you were able to do things. So I commend you for that. I think a lot of people that are watching this live stream would tend to agree. But I have some questions. Obviously, this is just a crazy situation, a crazy story, and I think my question for you here is, so when they started to use your work against you for a reason to not have more time with your son, you said to yourself, I've got to find something else. Like they made a decision at that point. Okay, well then, if that's the case, I'm going to quit my job, which Northwestern Mutual is a fantastic company to work for. I actually have a friend from college that is pretty high up in Northwestern Mutual and does very, very well for himself. They're a really good company. So to leave, a company like that, and not just leaving a job, but leaving a career.
That was my dream job since I was 12 years old. I wanted to be a wealth management advisor, and I was top 100 in the country in my first year.
Wow, man. Wow.
So it was something I was passionate about, but I cut off both legs for my son, to be able to make it work. So
wow, man.
That's what it's all about.
And then that's when you decided, you're like, okay, well, I'm going to find something maybe that allows you the freedom to hang out with him. And that's kind of when you made the decision that I'm going to go and I'm going to start trading. Did you know always that, hey, like, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to do this full time, I'm going to make this work? Or did you think it was just going to kind of be something temporary, like a Band-Aid, until you found another job? Or like, what was your thought process at that time?
I'm the type of person where if I don't know something, I'll spend weeks. Like, realistically, I'll spend days without sleeping until I figure out the ins and outs, how it works, where it came from, how it started. I'm kind of I guess, perfectionist when it comes to learning. I have to know the ins and outs. So, and I'm the type of person that if I set my mind to something, there's nothing that you can't achieve in this life. And I've always been a firm believer of that. So I said, look,
you've proved that.
Hey, well, thank you.
Yeah.
So I said, hey, this is a way that I can trade. The stock market's open from 9:30 to 4. I knew a little bit about futures trading just from some YouTube videos that I watch, when I was learning about it. And a couple of my grandpa's friends traded commodities, specifically commodity futures. So I knew a little bit about that. So I knew that I could make it work, and I'm passionate about money and finance and economics as a whole. So it was kind of just right up my alley and something that I could be passionate about.
And then what made you decide to join True Trading Group instead of another group or service out there? Because I'm sure you probably, just from you saying, like, you always like to look into stuff. I'm sure you probably looked around for a little while and you saw our ads for a while, but what made you join True Trading Group instead of something else?
You.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh,
you call it how it is. You come on here. It's not like you're getting paid to come on here. You tell everyone what the market's going to do, what you think it's going to do, why it's going to do it, and how you're going to make money. Who else does that for free? That is the most authentic thing that I was sold right away. I don't even think I got through the first live stream before I signed up.
Wow. You completely threw me off guard. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that to be your answer.
That was it. I didn't look up any reviews. I didn't even look up your website.
Wow.
I listened to you speak, and I was sold. And now the progress that I've made towards my goals and just growing as a trader is something astronomical, something that I would have took me a decade scouring through YouTube and looking up all these fake people that, hey, I drive a nice car. Well, that's cool, but you could have hit a YOLO option and made all that money. Yep. You have the experience. You did it professionally with a lot of money. I mean, I commend you for coming on here, and that's what sold me, and I'm eternally grateful considering I'm a lifetime member and I'm going to be on these for a long time.
Hell yeah, you are. Man. We're gonna do this for a long time. Yes, I'm gonna be in a wheelchair with rolling around with my laptop.
Hey, I'll be on here watching.
We're gonna bring Jason here in a few years. Watch, he's gonna be buying options in a couple years.
Yeah, he's gonna be TTG certified by the time he's 12.
I love it, man. I love it. That's so awesome. Well, I appreciate you saying that. Listen, I come on these live streams, and the way I always look at things is, I am very, very much aware that I am not where I am today in my own life because of just me. I had a lot of people throughout my career and throughout my process and my journey that helped me get to where I am. And if it wasn't for the mentorship that I had, if it wasn't for the people that I was able to ask questions to, that were able to share their experiences and their thoughts and their analysis and insights with me, and if I didn't get the experience and the education that I got, I don't know what direction my life would have gone down. I certainly wouldn't be where I am today. And I'm humble enough to say I didn't get here by myself. So when I look back at, okay, I know the positive impact that this can have on someone else's life, I just look at that as just a very, very powerful thing, whether it's the mentorship, the education, or just to be able to have that type of a positive impact on someone's life, I think is something that is extremely powerful. And why this topic is not taught in school on a much wider basis and a much more detailed basis is something that I still can't understand. And I still can't understand why, because anybody could learn this. And that's a thing. Like, you don't need to get hired at a fund in New York in order to learn this type of stuff. Like, there's nothing special about it, but it's always looked upon as like this special secret world that nobody wants to let the little guy into. And it's not true, and it's not right. And it's just something that I think is just, is just completely, I don't know. I can't even think of a word to describe how much it just doesn't make sense to me that this is not taught on a wider scale. And I'm happy to do it. I wouldn't be where I am. And if I can help people, like you or anybody else that's on these live streams, and I can help and have a positive impact on their lives, that's what it's all about. And that's the power of this education. That's the power of the community that we've created at True Trading Group. And I'm happy to do it. And I appreciate you saying that. I want to go back to, you said you started with $5,000, but now you've been able to pay for all of these insane attorney fees. And now you're doing this full time, right? Like you're just a full-time trader right now. So you started with a $5,000 account, were able to pay $38,000 in attorney fees from that $5,000, and are now paying your bills with trading profits. So this, based on your experience, and hear me out here, do you believe it's possible then for someone to start with $1,000 and after they've already joined True Trading Group, and then double or even triple their account on average monthly, and then live off of that money?
100%. I've come to realize that the type of trader that I am, and especially in this market, I get trigger happy. It's everyone fights that, once you find your, trader identity and what matches up with your personality, everything that you teach phenomenally in the trader psychology, which I think is a phenomenal course. And that, it's, you guys talk about it a lot, but I don't hear it anywhere else. And I do a lot of research. I do a lot of digging. I do a lot of listening and learn as much as possible everywhere I can. And people don't talk about that enough. But the past, I'd say 3 or 4 months, I have put $1,000 in my trading account and cash it out at the end of the month. That's what I've done the past 3 or 4 months. And I put all of the extra into a separate long-term portfolio for me and Jace that I can't look at. Yes. And I always got to keep a couple thousand in case I got to can my attorney because I found a better one or he can't get the job done. Which where I'm from, which is Indiana, just to be transparent, fathers, it's hard to get even 50-50 time as a father in Indiana. It's my first attorney told me that unless your ex-fiance now is a crackhead and basically a drug addict, there's no way you're going to be able to get.
Unless she's a danger to him, right?
Right. Unless she's a crackhead and walks into court with, needles in her needle marks, you're not going to be able to get 50-50 time. But I'm at 45-55 right now, and I'm not stopping.
Oh, good for you, man.
So
keep going, bro.
But yeah, so I start each month with $1,000 in a cash account. And over the past 3 to 4 months of doing that, I've ended the month at anywhere from $2,000 to $4,000.
Wow.
So it's, you don't need a big account. I mean, I started with 5,000 and now I'm choosing to trade with 1,000 because I understand my trader identity. I'll get trigger happy. I trade the 1,000. Once I'm out of my buying power for the day, I'll either buy some stuff in the long term, sell some stuff, or, just plan out trades for the next day.
Wow. So you start each month with $1,000 in your trading account and have been able to double, triple, sometimes quadruple that $1,000 in a month.
Yes, sir.
That's absolutely incredible. And if there's anybody that is on this live stream right now that feels that, oh, I only have a couple $100, I only have $1,000, it's not enough money to get started, it's not enough money to make money. You're hearing right now, not from me. I'm not telling you that this is something that's possible. You're hearing directly from a True Trading Group member that is telling you that they start with $1,000 balance in their account each month and are finishing the month with $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 every single month. That is absolutely incredible. And, listen, man, I hope that I don't even have to hope. I know just from talking to you for just a few short minutes that you are going to accomplish every single thing that you set out to do. And you are going to get that extra 5%. You're going to continue to make strides within your trading. And my friend, you are going to be one of the most amazing fathers. And Jace is a very lucky kid. A very, very, very lucky kid.
It means the world.
Father, man.
It means the world.
I mean, my hat is off to you, man. I'm not just your trading success.
Right back at you. I wouldn't be here without you.
Man,
I really wouldn't.
So awesome. That's so awesome. I got butterflies in my stomach right now. You're saying that, but yeah, man. Congratulations on your trading success. And like I said, my hat goes off for your trading success, but also, to the man that you have become at a time very early in your life when a lot of other people would not have been able to do what you've been able to do. So one more question for you, because you said you're a lifetime member now. So You're going to be stuck with me.
I'm
You're
ready to
stuck.
go.
You're stuck with me for a long time now. That's it. Now you got. That's it. Now you got me for life. That's it. But do you think becoming a lifetime member is worth the money?
100%. I could not be more serious when I say that. 100%. All of the mods, all of the STR. I get up at 4:30 every morning. I get some push-ups in. I get a little run, and I'm on there before the professor starts.
Wow.
I mean, if this is something that you want to do, especially for life, there's no better place to be, honestly. And I mean, all the knowledge that I've gained, all of the experience that I've gained, it's from 5:30 until you got 2%. He doesn't sleep, or I guess he's on a different time frame, and I'm an insomniac. So I don't sleep a lot, especially with all the stress that I've went through the past 3 years.
Right.
So it's a family to me. It really is. I know you guys say that, but I mean, I've had a lot of family have health issues, and some car accidents, that, my dad got in a car accident a couple years ago. He was my best friend. He has some brain damage now. And he can't remember things as well as he used to. So when I say it's like a family to me, I mean that.
Oh man, I mean it too. I mean it too. I think sometimes people think that when we say, "Oh, welcome to the family," and join TTG family, I think people think it's like a sales gimmick or something. But for people that are on these lives, that if you have to experience it to know what it's like. I mean, every single person that's on this live stream that is a member of True Trading Group, they can all tell you undoubtedly that we are a family at True Trading Group. We stand by each other. We help each other during times of struggle. We celebrate each other's milestones and success. And having that type of support community is extremely important, not just in life, but I mean, not just in trading, but in life in general. And trading especially can be a very lonely profession. And it's hard sometimes to find people that you can talk to about the emotional struggles and the psychological stresses of trading that you can go to that can actually provide you with meaningful insight and meaningful and useful guidance of people that have been through what you're going through and can help you through these times, because trading is a roller coaster. There's good times, there's bad times. There's good times, there's bad times, but you've got to be able to pull yourself out of the hard times. No one just starts trading and just becomes a multimillionaire without any stumbles or struggles along the way. It's if you guys want to reach your goals, you got to be willing to put forth a little bit of effort. No one's going to do the work for you. It's not going to happen overnight. You got to be willing to put forth a little bit of an effort. And that is something that when you join True Trading Group, you're going to realize. And honestly, I'll tell you right now, if you're anyone that's on this live stream, you're considering joining True Trading Group, there's 10,000 members in TTG from all over the world. If you're just looking for shortcuts and you're looking for someone just to give you the secret to help you make $1 million in the next 2 weeks, just sign off the live stream. I'm telling you right now, True Trading Group is not for you. There's plenty of other services out there that would love to take your money and then listen to you complain when you don't make $1 million in the next 14 days. But if you want to actually decide for yourself and you want to invest in yourself and you want to learn a skill, become part of a community, have access to tools that can help you make not enough money to buy a private jet, but enough money to reach the goals that you have set forth in front of you right here today in your life. And I think the story from DaddyTradez right now really puts into perspective the meaning of life and what is really important. It's not the mansions and the private jets and the yachts. It's being able to pay for an attorney to get more time with your son. It's being able to not worry about how am I going to pay for groceries because of inflation, or being able to pull your house out of foreclosure, or help, your kid go to the college that they want to go to. It's that is why we do what it is that we do. And DaddyTradez, I got to just thank you for taking the time to come on here today and share your story to really help get that point across to a lot of people that are on this live stream. I think it means a lot to the people, to the viewers. I know the members were really excited to put a face to the username inside of chat.
I'm in chat a lot. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure you're going to get a lot of people are going to tag you in chat tomorrow. They're going to at you, DaddyTradez. They're all going to be hitting you up tomorrow in chat. So
I'll respond to every single family member.
Awesome, man.
I can't thank you guys enough. I really can't. It's been life-changing.
Music to my ears, man. And it's just the beginning. It's just you're so young, man. Just think about where you'll be 10 years from now. You're 25 now, be 26 next month, or
24. I'll be 25 next month.
You'll be 25 next month. I'm 37.
Yes,
okay. I'm 37. So just think about where you are in your trading now. You're able to turn $1,000 into 2, 3, 4 each month. You're able to do that now at 24, 25. Think about where you're going to be 10 years from now.
And I guess one more forward-looking statement is, through the skills and experience that I've acquired through TTG and from all the mods, from you, all the courses, something that I haven't mentioned yet is I'm actually studying for my Series 57 right now and becoming a trader at a hedge fund.
Yes!
Right after I pass that. So yeah, it wouldn't be possible without you guys. It really wouldn't.
Man, bro, you're gonna do it. I know you're gonna do it. And the day you pass it, you hit me up. Hit me up. We'll talk about interview process. We'll talk about what to put on your resume, what to highlight. Just hit me up, because I tell you, I had no business when I got hired at the fund. I didn't, and the guy even told me straight out. The guy told me, he goes, I have better resumes, but I crushed the interview process. I crushed it. Absolutely crushed it. He told me straight out. He goes, you got this job because of the interview. He goes, you didn't get the job because of the paper, the resume that's in front of you, but you're going to do it. I don't even have the slightest doubt that you're going to do it. I
won't stop until I do.
I love it, man. I love it. I absolutely love it. Well, DaddyTradez, congratulations to you, man, and best of luck to you and your family. And it was a pleasure having you on here tonight, man. Thank you so much. Everybody give DaddyTradez a huge thank you and a big Ayo for coming on here and sharing his story. Was awesome. Was great.
Hey, thank you.
I love putting a face to the username. And I'll see
I got a baby face.
Yeah, man. You're 24 years old. Damn right, you got a baby face. So
Lars don't let me in yet, but thank you for the time. I greatly appreciate it and all that you guys have done.
Thanks for coming on here, bro. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Take care, man. I'll see you in chat tomorrow. Take care.
I can't wait.
All right, brother. Take care. Bye-bye. Oh, I think I have just froze. Oh, no, we're good. I thought I froze there for just a second there, folks. So sorry about that if I froze there for a minute, but just unreal. Just what a kid. And I can't even call him a kid. I mean, he's more responsible than a lot of grown men that I know. Or a lot of, I should say, 30, 40-year-old men that I know. I shouldn't, can't call him a kid. Just unreal. Unreal. The responsibility, the determination, the motivation, the drive that he has is just incredible. And I am honored to have him as a teaching member. That's exactly the type of people that we want inside of this community. That's exactly the type of people that we want inside a True Trading Group. And we've got to welcome, looks like we have a new member here. We have to welcome Steve. Steve, welcome to the family, Steve. Guys, everybody welcome Steve. Steve's the newest member of the group. That means we have 10 laptops now remaining. Just 10 laptops are now remaining. So everybody give Steve a huge, warm welcome. There are now just 10 of those laptops remaining. Guys, remember, as long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know you're going to be getting one. So when you go to ttgoffer.com and you enter the code TTG121, you'll click apply code. The price will drop to $1,000. That's a 54% off Black Friday sale. And as long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, That is how you know you're going to be getting one. I'd like to see real quick. We have about 1,100 people that are on this live stream. We have to get through a lot still. I want to go over with you guys my weekly outlook. We'll talk about the futures market. Futures market are slightly red right now. We're down about 0.3 of a point, 0.3, fluctuating between like 0.2, 0.3. So we are fluctuating between, a slight red open right now on futures, but we have a long way to go. We have 12 hours before the markets open. Asian markets, European markets, a lot can happen between now and then. So we'll wait and see what happens, what the market's going to do when they open up, when equity markets open up there tomorrow morning. But I want to see who's on here first. Before I get into, we're going to talk about everything I expect to happen this week. What are the important economic data points I'm looking for? What's my trading strategy? How do I plan on making money this week? What do I think the market's going to do? We're going to talk about all of that. I want to see first who's on here that's not a member of TTG. If you guys are not a member of True Trading Group, do me a favor. Just type the letters TTG inside of chat real quick. Just type TTG in chat right now if you're not a member of True Trading Group. Okay, this is if you are not a member of TTG. Just type the letters TTG in chat. I want to see who we have on here that's not a member. We got Silver Eagle, welcome back. Pamela Thomas, Desty, Connie, Jonathan Wilson, Christopher Wood. We've got Ben Emerson, Crystal Assassin. How are you, Crystal? Welcome back. Robert, who's your daddy? Welcome back. Fat Batman, Joe F. Jim 895061. A lot of new faces that are on the fam here tonight. Bears versus Bulls. What's up? John Bianchi, how are you? B Rad, Luke, Stanton. Awesome. Gyro, Jose. We got a lot of new faces here today. Guys, listen carefully. Everyone that's typing TTG, 3 Dogs Mama, I like your username. Everyone that's typing TTG right now inside of the chat, you guys understand, bear with me, guys, before I get into the weekly outlook and how we're going to make some money, let me tell you guys about that Black Friday sale so you guys can take advantage of before these laptops sell out. We've already had Steve, Terry, and Jack have already grabbed one of those laptops, which means there's now just 10 of them remaining. It's our Black Friday sale. You guys literally can go to ttgoffer.com right now, enter the coupon code TTG121. The price will drop from $22.12 down to just $1,000 for the whole year. There's no upsells for courses. There are no upsells for tools. Everything is included in that $1,000 price point. As long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart, that's how you know you're getting one. That laptop carries a retail value of just around $300. Give it to somebody for the holidays. Use it for work. Use it to trade with. Give it to your kid for school. Sell it on eBay. Don't care what you do with it. It's totally free. It's your gift from us. We even cover the shipping cost. We ship anywhere in the world. You live on planet Earth. We're going to get you that free laptop. You don't have to enter your address when you join. You'll get a welcome email with instructions how to claim the laptop after you guys become members. That $1,000 includes our entire 18-course curriculum, which is a simplified but expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. And then the other 9 professional traders that are mods in TGD have added and expanded upon that curriculum. You also get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, live breaking up to the second news alerts right inside of chat. Just that Benzinga newsfeed alone, if you went to Benzinga directly, it's going to cost you over $1,000. It's included in the TGD platform, and our membership's only $1,000 when you take advantage of this Black Friday discount. You also get Quote Media's full book level 2. TradingView's premium charting software, that's like $600 a year. If you go to TradingView directly, it's included in your membership. The Trade Ideas scanner, that's the few $100 a year. That's included. You get the simulator from ET&A. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow. You get a trading journal, analyst ratings, insider buying and insider selling data, short data. Guys, all of this is included for the $1,000. Okay. That's what I mean by TTG. We're an all-inclusive membership. You guys pay that $1,000 price. You get access to all of that stuff for the entire year. You also get, obviously, our chat room, all of our trade alerts, the mobile app. So if you can't be in front of your computer, that mobile app will let you guys still follow along with everything it is that we're doing inside of chat. We are not scalpers. We are not the type of traders that are in and out within seconds or minutes that are impossible for you to follow if you're working a job or you have a busy schedule during the day. Our day trades last several hours long. Our swing trades last several days. You guys, and we also do long-term investing stuff as well inside of True Trading Group and long-term portfolio stuff. So we also tell you whenever we're adding or buying inside of our long-term portfolio, aside from day trading and swing trading actively. So no matter what it is that you guys are into, there's something for you inside of True Trading Group. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121, click apply code, you're good to go. And don't forget, you've got the double your money back guarantee. I don't think you need it, but it's there for peace of mind. Anyone that joins True Trading Group here tonight, you don't have to do this all in 14 days or 30 days and put all that pressure of yourself or time. You can take your time and do this at your own pace on your own schedule. Go through our courses, pass our quizzes, attend the study group. You have the entire year of your membership to do those things. And if you still cannot make the $1,000 membership fee back at least once, I will give you back $2,000, double what you paid. I can offer you that because we've only had to refund 2.6% of our users, and we have a retention rate of 78%. So based on those statistics, I can very comfortably say that True Trading Group has worked for thousands of people. And if you put forth a little bit of effort, I think it can work for you as well. We're 5-star rated on Trustpilot, over 1,850 reviews. Go read them. There's no better referral than from one of your peers. Just like you had, DaddyTradez come on here, lifetime member of True Trading Group, has been with us since September of 2021. And is now consistently taking $1,000 account and turning it into $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 every single month and living off those few $1,000s while he goes through, the personal issues that he shared with you guys here on this live stream. And again, big thank you for him coming on here and sharing that story. I know it's not an easy topic to discuss, but I think it helps a lot of viewers and a lot of other members from True Trading Group to really put life into perspective and to really put what is possible into perspective. You guys have to be willing to put forth a little bit of effort, though, and take control of your own lives. Do so now by going to ttgoffer.com, enter the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. The price will drop down to $1,000. You'll see the laptop on your checkout card. That's how you know you're getting one of the free ones. There's 10 left. You guys just check out, and then you're good to go. If you have any questions about this membership, or if you are currently a trial member, you used to be a trial member, or you used to be an annual member, send a text message right now to the number at the bottom of your screen, 786-505-4049. Desty says, I have been on the live stream for 2 years and I'm now ready to join the family. Ayo. Desty, I cannot wait for you to become part of the TTG family. Okay. I cannot wait for you to be part of the TTG family. We are here, ready when you are. So guys, again, if you have any questions, 786-505-4049. All right. Oh no, Desty, the Black Friday sale is not going to last until December 13th. Our Black Friday sale will be over well before that. Our Black Friday sale will be over Black Friday. So, the sale won't still be by December 13th is your next CPI number. That's when you're going to get your inflation data. Your inflation data for the month of November. That'll be on December 13th. Our Black Friday sale will not be. Our Black Friday sale here will be over in the next week or two. All right. So there you guys have it. That's how you guys can join the TTG family and get yourselves one of those brand new free laptops. There are 10 of them remaining. Again, you have any questions? 786-505-4049. All right. All right, folks, let's get into how we're going to make some money now this week. What's the plan? How do we plan on making money here this week? What do I think these markets are going to do? What are the important pieces of economic data that are going to be coming out? And let's pull up my charts and let's talk about what happened last week first. That's what we have to talk about because I want every single person that's on this live stream, okay, to draw a line across 390. Okay, every single person on this live stream, you can either, if you have your charts open while we're doing this, you can draw a line across 390, or just if you have a notebook or something, just write down 390 for the SPY. 390 is a massive level of support for the SPY. Every single long in this market is going to be expecting 390 to hold as a level of support in order for this rally to continue further. Now, I have a target in mind for this rally that I'm going to show you in just a second. But I first want to bring this 390 level to your attention because as we zoom out and we go all the way back to the left of our charts, what you start to notice is that this area was an area of support for us back in the end of May, when really things were getting extremely volatile. We overshot that level. And then you had this big gap. Here's this big gap, right? See that big gap down? That huge gap down? This is when you had CPI numbers for the month of May that were far higher than anybody expected. That was your 9.1 read, right? Or no, that was the 9.1 read was actually in July. But that's when you had a higher than expected CPI number. And then the market had the huge gap down that following Monday, right? That was a Friday. You had the huge gap down the following Monday. And then that level became resistance. You guys can see very clearly that level became resistance. Let me delete this for the gap, right? We broke above it in the middle of July. Then that level became support. The rally continued in July and August. Then you had the massive pullback after the Jackson Hole meeting. There's the Jackson Hole meeting. That's when the Federal Reserve changed their stance to be extremely hawkish. The most hawkish that you've ever heard the Fed ever happened at the Jackson Hole meeting at the end of August. And then the market sold off. And where did we sell off to? Perfectly 390. Then you got this massive 4-day rally in the SPY. Then you had another CPI print. And then that 390 level started to hold. You finally broke it. And then it became resistance, and this was your Fed meeting. This was another Fed meeting. So there's resistance again at 390 after you broke underneath it. This was your Fed meeting. Right there was a Fed meeting. Then the market sold off because the Fed raised their target for their interest rate hikes. And then you rallied all the way back after you got your CPI number. This was CPI number for the month of September. You rallied all the way back up to this level. And this level became resistance again. Then you had another Fed meeting. Market sold off. Then you had CPI was lighter than expected, and now we're back above 390. The thing that I want you to really focus on here is every single time that the SPY gets to the 390 price point, every single time it has an impact. All right. It has an impact on the price of the stock. In this case, I should say ETF. Everybody welcome Tab. Tab is the newest member of the family. That means we're down to just 9 of those laptops now. That's it. We're down to just 9. These are going to start to fly. They're free. Retail value of around $300. Go to ttgoffer.com, enter the code TTG121, press apply code. The price will drop to $1,000. That's it for the whole year. There's no upsell for courses or upsell for tools, right? That's it. You see a laptop on your checkout cart. That's how you know you're getting one. You have any questions, you send a text to 786-505-4049. Okay? So everybody welcome Tab, the newest member of the group. 9 left. Guys, these laptops are going to fly now. I wouldn't even wait for me to finish talking. I would go right to TTGoffer.com, open up a new web browser, type in TTG121 coupon code. Don't forget, you have to double your money back guarantee. If you don't make back the $1,000 at least once, I'll give you guys back $2,000. I have no problem issuing that and offering that because I stand behind this platform. I see the results that members have. I see the results that people like DaddyTradez have. And that is why I have no problem offering you double your money back. If everybody was losing money in True Trading Group and I was giving double everyone's money back, True Trading Group would no longer exist. Instead, True Trading Group is the fastest growing and highest rated premium online educational platform available today. With now we have about 27 or 28. That's terrible that I don't know this person staff at True Trading Group with over 10,000 members from all over the world. Now, back to the charts. That 390 level is massive, right? That 390 level is massive. So what I'm expecting is at some point, we're going to come back down. We're going to come back and retest this level. Okay. At some point, we're going to come back and retest it. Does it happen tomorrow? Maybe. But at some point this week, I think we're going to come back and test this level. I don't know if it happens tomorrow We're down about 0.3 of a point right now. So we're opening up, we're at 39.87 right now on the futures, so we're at 39.87 right now on the futures. If I was to just kind of break this out, like where would we be right now on the SPY if this market just opened right now? Would be about right here. Okay, so right here is where the markets would be if we were to open right now, right? We're right about here, right? If I was to kind of break this out to show you where would we be, where the futures are currently trading, because this is the chart of the SPY, not the actual futures. Right here is where the futures are currently sitting, right? So is it possible that by tomorrow morning you can get a pullback that takes you a little bit deeper, and then that pullback maybe continues and you get something tomorrow morning that looks like this, and the markets take a little bit of a breather after what was one of the biggest two-day rally that we've seen in the stock market all year, and you get a little bit of a pullback and the markets take a little bit of a breather tomorrow? Sure, absolutely, that's possible. But what I'm looking for to have happen is I want that level to be retested, this 390 level. And when that level gets retested, I'm going to look to be long my ass off when that 390 level gets tested. The only way I'm not long off 390 is if we get to 390 because of some major catalyst, right? You're going to have a bunch of catalysts that are coming up here this week. What are they? Well, let's go over them, because there's 3 catalysts that are really the big ones that I want you guys to focus in on. On Monday, tomorrow, you have very important inflation data. You have the 1-year and the 5-year inflation expectations. This is extremely important. The reason why 1-year and 5-year inflation expectations are important is because it shows the Fed where inflation expectations lie. And when the Fed talks about, if you guys have ever heard the term, if inflation expectations become unanchored, if you guys have heard that term before, or if inflation expectations are anchored, if you guys have heard that term before, what the Fed is talking about is the inflation expectation numbers that are coming out tomorrow. Do those inflation numbers start to run away from the Fed? So right now, inflation expectations for 5 years out are actually quite low, and the Fed wants to keep it that way. But if people start to believe that inflation expectations in the long run are going to start to rise, that inflation is not going to be a problem that goes away quickly, that a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now, 4 years from now, that inflation is still going to be elevated, that is a major problem for the Fed. And that means the Fed is going to have to be way more aggressive with their interest rates and the quantitative tightening in order to bring the inflation expectations for 5 years out, to bring it all the way back down. Now, you just got a lighter than expected CPI number last week. So what people are hoping to see is that the 1-year and the 5-year inflation expectations, people want to see that those numbers have ticked down. This is very, very important to see if other things point towards a cool off in inflation. The Fed has been very specific in previous speeches that 1 month of better inflation data is not enough for them to feel confident that inflation is moving in the right direction. This is not the first time that inflation has come in under expectations. It came in under expectations back in July, but it's been over expectations ever since. So you got this 1 month where not just this past month, but back in July, you had 1 month of inflation expectations that were under, the CPI number that was under expectations. But the very next month, it was above expectations. And the month after that, it was above expectations. So just because inflation is under expectations for this month, well, this CPI reading, which is October CPI. So the number you just got on Thursday, that is the CPI inflation number for October. You get it in November, okay? So even though it was under expectations, that does not automatically mean that November's CPI, which you're going to get on December 13th, it does not automatically mean that November's inflation is also going to come in under expectations. So the stock market and investors are going to start to look at better inflation data. That's great. Chances that the Fed are going to slow down at the December Fed meeting, which is literally the day after your CPI numbers. That's going to be fun. the chances of them slowing down, not giving you 75 basis points, maybe giving you 50 basis points and then pausing, or maybe doing 25 basis points and then 25 basis points in January and pausing, meaning they're going to stop raising rates and they're going to let their rates filter through the economy. They're going to look around and see what happens. That would make the markets move to the upside if the Fed pauses. So investors in the stock market are going to be paying very close attention to supplemental inflation data is what I'm calling it. So far, CPI came in light last week. That's great. But now, in order for this rally that you saw over the last 2 days, which is right here, this massive rally, this is one of the biggest 2 days that we've had in the market all year, okay? In order for this to continue, you are going to want to see supplemental inflation data support the theory that inflation is, in fact, moving down steadily, and that the chances of next month's inflation data also being low, and the chances of you getting back-to-back downward inflation numbers, which is what the Fed wants to see in order for them to stop raising rates, that's what the market's going to be paying attention to. That's why this week is so important, because all of these supplemental pieces of information, 1 year and 5 year inflation expectations, that's tomorrow. That comes out at, I believe, 11 a.m. But then on Tuesday, you're going to get PPI. That's producer price index. It's another piece of inflation data. You're going to want to see the same signs in PPI as you saw in CPI, preferably better. You want to preferably see better numbers in the PPI if the CPI number came in light. These pieces of data will move the market these next 2 days. If both of these numbers hint towards a continuation of what you saw in the CPI number, then this market continue to move to the upside. And if that is the case, if these numbers both come in support of the CPI number being light, then my target for this rally is at least 402 to 403. Sorry, guys, I have to sneeze. Where do I get this 402, 403 number? That is the minimum that I would be looking for. That's because that is the gap entry of this gap fill. So right here, you guys see that there's a big gap, right? You have this huge gap down in price. Now, you guys remember what I said, why that gap happened? What was that? This was the inflation data. This was CPI. This was CPI number for August, and it was higher than expected. Remember that? Then the market sold off. That gap is very important. So I believe that this rally that you're seeing has legs to right there. This is where I would tell you would be my minimum target. This is my minimum. I think that I would be shocked at this point. The only way I don't think we get to 402, 403 is if the 1 year and 5 year inflation expectations actually went up and the PPI number is not as good as the CPI number. And then, the markets will probably start to pull back and they'll start to come right up into and test this 390 level. Okay. But I believe that this rally is going to take you at least to 402, 403. Then you can look for maybe the markets to start to pull back and consolidate. And I think what may end up happening is you may get a couple days of consolidation inside of this range, right? Inside of this range right here. And I want to see the market trade in between these two levels. And this becomes a very tradable range for us as active traders. What I mean by a tradable range for active traders is when you get into this region up here, you look to buy this region up here, you look to buy put options, and you look for the markets to have a little bit of a pullback. And when you get to this region down here, you look to buy call options, or you look to just be long, depending on if you're an options trader or an equities trader. And then you look for the markets to bounce off of that level. And you can play both directions of this range over the next week to 2 weeks as you're going to be getting into more of this, I call supplemental inflation data, which is going to be Monday and Tuesday. And then on Thursday, you have initial and continuing jobless claims. Now, initial and continuing jobless claims is not direct inflation data. It is indirect inflation data. Because what the Federal Reserve wants to see, in order for inflation to come down meaningfully, the labor market has to loosen. You still have the strongest labor market that you've had in 50 years. It is the tightest labor market. Unemployment is 3.6, 3.7%. This is the lowest. You have to go back to 1969 to find inflation that is under 3.5. Okay. So what the Federal Reserve actually wants to see, unfortunately, they want to see the unemployment rate go up. They don't want there to be 2 open job positions for every 1 person looking for a job. That adds to wage inflation, which is a really sticky part of regular inflation. So in order for inflation to come down, they need the labor market to loosen up. So when you get these continuing and initial jobless claims numbers on Thursday, the market is going to want to see that initial and continuing jobless claims are actually higher than the expectation. Not by much. You don't want the expectation to be 210,000 and it comes in at 310,000. But what the Fed wants to see is the expectation is 210,000 and it comes in at 217,000. That's what the markets are going to want to see on your Thursday jobless claims number. That would be initial jobless claims. Continuing jobless claims would be a number that's over 1 million. So let's say they expect it to be 1.4 million. You want it to be 1.41 or 1.42. So slightly above expectations. That tells the Fed that the labor market is beginning to soften. And that would add to the theory that the Fed is going to slow down. So you need to pay very close attention to these pieces of data in order to believe that the Fed is going to slow down after the December Fed meeting. The December Fed meeting, investors want the Fed to tell you, okay, guys, 50 basis point rate hike, and now we're going to pause. But the only way the Fed will tell you we're going to pause is if all of this other because they're not just going to look at the CPI number and say, that's it, job's over, we're done, we can stop. No, they want to see multiple months. So you need to pay attention to all this supplemental data that's going to be coming out here over the next couple of weeks before the CPI number on December 13th. And then December 14th is your Fed meeting. Okay. So there you guys have it. That's really where it is. Okay. That's my thoughts on kind of the overall markets here as we get into the brand new week. And as we get into the brand new week, I'll take a quick check in here on futures. Futures aren't moving. We're down 0.3. We're not really moving. Okay. So futures are pretty quiet right now. We're just down slightly, the slight little gap down, and we'll see the markets will move based on the 1-year and 5-year inflation expectations at 11 o'clock tomorrow. So make sure you guys are ready and aware. Keep your head on a swivel when that number comes out because it will move the market. Okay, it will move the market. I want everybody to have these lines on their screen because this is the range that we're going to be looking for to be trading on the market. 403, 390. This 390 level has to be support. Okay, this 390 level has to hold. If this 390 level gets broken in the coming days, that's going to be a problem because bulls are going to want to see us hold that 390. The absolute worst case scenario for bulls would be if you can't hold this 390, you must hold this gap. This is the CPI gap. This is an absolute must hold if this gets tested. If this gap gets tested, it is an absolute must hold. If that gap gets violated and we get back underneath it, then I think, in my opinion, that becomes a problem. And then you probably have some more downside to come if this gap gets violated. So you got to pay very close attention to these levels. You're in a very important piece, a very important price area for this market and a very important time for this market with all this inflation data that's coming up. I am remaining long biased on the big picture. On the big picture, I am going to be long biased until the December 13th CPI number, which means I'm going to be looking to buy pullbacks in this market unless one of these supplemental pieces of inflation data comes in way off. Then I'll change my mind up a little bit and I'll let you guys know. You'll be the first ones to know that when I change my mind away from Santa Claus rally and into the Grinch stole Christmas. But right now, I am firmly set for Santa Claus rally. I've been talking about a Santa Claus rally for the last 3 months. Some people told me that I was a complete idiot in September and October when I said we were going to have a Santa Claus rally. They fail to understand what a Santa Claus rally actually is, because September and October is not when Santa Claus rallies happen. They happen like in November into December. And here we are getting into the middle of November, and the markets are in rally mode off of that October low. There is more upside here if the inflation data continues to come in light and the market starts to get the thought that the Fed is going to pause, not pivot, pause. They're not going to pivot. Pivot means you're going to cut rates. They're not going to pivot. They're going to pause. Or that's what the markets want. The markets want them to pause. So I'm going to be long-minded here. We've been on top of this rally. We have caught this rally. We had monster days last week. So we're going to keep riding that out. We're going to keep riding that momentum. We're going to continue to try to buy pullbacks until one of these pieces of data goes against the theory that inflation has come down and the Fed is going to slow down in December. If this inflation data comes in hot, like the 1 year and 5 year expectations tomorrow is higher than expected, PPI is higher than expected, jobs numbers are lower than expected, that would all work against the Fed pausing or the Fed slowing down. And then the thought process would be, damn, the Fed's probably going to give us another 75 rate hike in December. And that would make the markets move back to the downside. Okay? Everybody got it? Get it? Any questions on anything that I just said? Is anybody unsure about anything that I just talked about? Now's the time to ask. Mike, do you think with the SPY and QQQ getting daily expirations this week, would that affect the volatility in the market? I mean, I don't think. I think that this economic data is more important than option expirations. Honestly, I think the economic data is more important, and I think that would, I think that is what really is going to determine the true volatility of this market. But, you know, whenever you have a lot of option expirations, you do tend to get higher volume as the options get to their expiration. So you do tend to get higher volume, and you could get some increased volatility, but I think it's already going to be a volatile market based on the economic data that we're going to be seeing. Definitely going to test 390. I think so. I think 390 is way too important of a level that is going to get back tested, and I think it needs to be tested. And as long as the data supports it, I think that 390 holds. And then so here's what I think actually transpires. Now, what I think actually transpires, and I'm going to draw this. I'm literally going to draw you candles right now. I always do this. I put myself out there and I draw some candles for you guys. Now, each candle I'm going to draw for you does not represent one day. I'm just showing you the direction that I think the market's going to go. So what I think is going to happen here is the markets, will, do something like this. And then, you'll get like the pullback back to 390, right? The 390 level gets tested, then it holds, right? You have something that looks like this. The markets kind of consolidate in here for a little while. And then I think the markets are going to make a break. And I think the markets can actually have a little bit more upside here. And you have the potential, depending on what happens with the inflation data, where this market can actually continue higher and can get up into this region and start to test this resistance level. And this resistance level becomes the next target that you would be looking for once you get through. Let me make this a little smaller here. Okay. Once you get through this 200-day moving average is going to be huge. And I think that'll create some volatility and create some like a pause where you're going to be looking at this. Let me do this actually so I can show you guys more. What I think will happen, I'll just draw this out for you. So let's say there's your 200-day moving average, right? And that 200-day moving average is yellow. So let's extend the 200-day moving average. Now, the 200-day moving average is going to be a major level, right? And here is your gap entry. Okay, so here's your gap entry from back here. So this is exactly what I think this market's going to do. So I think you're going to have the market's going to push up there. You're going to pull back. You're going to test this 390, and you're going to come here. You're going to knock up against this resistance level. You're going to pull back. You're going to then pop itself up here and then hit that 200-day moving average and then stutter at the 200-day moving average and then break through the 200-day moving average, and get up to this next level of resistance. And that's going to be the gap fill from that CPI level. And that's how I think the markets are going to work themselves through here. Not to say that this all happens by December. Like I said, this is not meant to represent one day. I'm just telling you kind of the thought process that I think this market's going to have as you get through the next month and a half. I think there is more upside here to this bear market rally as the Fed comes to a pause and the Santa Claus rally really comes into full effect. So I'm looking for pullbacks to 390, looking for that to hold. And as long as the inflation number, the inflation data supports it, then I think there is a little bit more upside here before the year is over. Now, if your CPI number on December 13th comes in above expectations, then all of this gets thrown right out the window, because if that number comes in above expectations, you can forget about it. The market's going to go back to the downside, right? It's going to go back to the downside. But if you get for the first time all year, 2 months of back-to-back lighter inflation, that is going to be a boost and a catalyst to the market to move to the upside and solidify the Santa Claus rally into New Year's. Okay. So there we have it. All right, guys. And there we have it. All right. Get it? Got it? Good. All right. So there we have it, folks. So that wraps up. All right. That wraps up the kind of my thought process here. If nobody else has any other questions. Are we expecting recession mid 2023? I am expecting a recession next year. I just think it'll be a mild recession. I don't think that it is going to be anything like 2008. But I do believe we will have a recession next year. I just don't think it's going to be a very severe one. I think it's going to be a mild recession. But I have not strayed away from my theories and my thoughts for the last 6 months. You know, if you follow my live streams, you'll know that since you go all the way back to last year, the end of 2021, I told you all I was selling my long-term portfolio. We're going to have a crash in 2022. We've caught it the whole time. We said, don't buy the dip. The market's going lower. We've been on top of that. And I've been pretty steadfast in saying, you know, the middle of October, literally go back and watch my live streams from August 15, 16, 17. I did a series of live streams called Buyer Beware. I said, I think we're going to have a crash in September. And there's your crash in September. I said, the markets find their footing in October. There's the markets finding their footing. And then I said, I think we have a Santa Claus rally to go into the end of the year. And so far, all of this has been transpiring. All the while, I've been saying, I believe in 2023, we have a recession. I just don't think it's going to be a severe recession. I think it will be a mild one. And I have a whole game plan on what I think the markets do next year. And I'll talk to my teaching members about that at the end of this year before we prepare for next year with my outlook. I always give my members a full detailed a full detailed stock market outlook for the brand new year. I always publish it. I publish my number one sector and like 5 stocks that I love within that sector. This past year on January 2nd, I published a 16-page report to our TTG members naming the energy sector my number one sector pick for the entire year. I gave them a list of stocks: Chevron, Exxon, Devon, Pioneer, ConocoPhillips, Occidental Petroleum. These are stocks that we have owned in True Trading Group now for about 1 to 2 years, as this has been our game plan, and we've been spot on. We've been dead right about it. We've made 50, 60, 70% gains on those positions this year while collecting massive dividends, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8% dividends on top of that. It's been an absolute monster home run for us. That was January 2nd of 2022. This year coming up for 2023, I'm going to be publishing another full report to our members telling you what my number one sector pick is for the year, as well as naming for you guys some individual stocks that I'm going to be overweight in my portfolio. That's what I do. So I'll tell you where I'm going to be overweight, what sector and what stocks I'm going to be overweight in for my own long-term portfolio. You guys can do whatever you want with that information. It's what I'm telling you, what I'm doing with my own money. You guys can take it for whatever you want to do with it. Okay. But that'll be happening at the end of this year as well for my teaching members. We got to welcome Paul. Everybody welcome Paul, the newest member of the group. There's now 8 of those laptops now remaining. Everybody welcome Paul. 8 of those laptops now left. Paul, welcome to the family. All right, guys, remember, this is our Black Friday sale. Okay, so you guys can get a 54% discount and get a brand new free laptop with about a $300 retail value. If you're one of the next 8 people to join True Trading Group here this evening, let me get a quick take. I just want to see who's still on the live stream that's not a member. Type TTG. If you're not a member, type TTG. If you're not a member, type TTG. I just want to see who we have here that is not a member of True Trading Group. Still have about 1,100 people that are with us here now. Let's see. We have Catacosa, Jim, Rariletto, Silver Eagle, Noom, Arya, Jonathan Wilson, Roz, Connie, John, Muhammad, Arun, Vape King, Ben, Who's Your Daddy? Great. We have a lot of people that are still on this live stream. Tori. We have a lot of people that are still on this live stream that are not members of the group. Listen, guys, what I'm going to do here now, I'm done with the educational part. I'm done with the educational part of the live stream. So if you guys are not interested in a membership at all, you can sign off the live. Just make sure you subscribe to the channel first. Turn on your notifications, smash the like button for us. But if you are interested, I'll show you the platform now. All right. So I'm done with the educational stuff and the analysis. So you guys can sign off if you're not interested in the membership at all. But if you are interested, we got our Black Friday sale this evening. It's a 54% discount, brings the price down from $22.12 down to just $1,000 for the entire year. There's no upsells for courses or tools. And you also get with it a brand new free laptop with a retail value of around $300 for the next 8 people that join TTG. And you also get a double your money back guarantee. So if you guys don't make back $1,000 at least once after going through our courses, passing our quizzes, and attending a study group, I'll give you back $2,000. That is the deal when you join True Trading Group. All right. So if you are interested, stick around. I'll show you the platform. You just have to go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121. All right. And that is how you guys can get the discount and the laptop. Remember, you'll know you're getting the laptop if you see it inside of your checkout card. As long as you see it, that's how you know you're getting it. You don't have to enter your address. Like I said, you'll get instructions how to claim the free laptop after you guys join. All right. But let me show you what you're going to get access to. Of course, you get our chat room. Right. The chat room is where the mods and I share our screen. We're live on the mic. We're calling out trades in real time. Okay. You guys, we open up the chat room at 7:30 a.m. Eastern. We stay open all the way through until the market closes. The mods and I are with you all day, every day. We're not gone after 1 or 2 hours. And then you're left to fend for yourself. Myself and 9 of the professional traders are with you all day, answering questions, providing market commentary, and giving you all of our trade alerts that we ourselves are trading together. Okay. You'll also get the mobile app. The mobile app will let you see the screen share, listen to the audio, and get real-time push notifications directly on your cell phone. So just in case you can't be in front of your computer and you guys are busy with work or busy schedule, whatever, you can follow along with what we're doing inside of chat with the mobile app. You get 2 private study group sessions as well. This is your chance to talk to one of the moderators, ask questions, speed up that learning curve, get you guys started on the right path. You get Benzinga Pro's real-time newsfeed, live breaking up to the second news alerts directly inside of our chat. This will cost you over $1,000 if you went to Benzinga directly on your own. It's included with your membership for the $1,000. You also get TradingView's premium charting software. This will cost you about $600 a year. It's included with your membership for the $1,000. You get the Trade Ideas scanner to make sure you're always focused on the best stocks during the day. That's a few $100. That is also included in your $1,000 membership. Okay. You get ETNA's simulator. ETNA's simulator. Okay. ETNA's simulator would give you guys the ability to trade stocks and options with fake money. Yes. Dion Gehring says lots of stuff was locked on my trial membership. Dion, that's what a trial is. You do not get access to all of the things that you do as a member of True Trading Group, being our courses. You're not going to get access to all of our courses, Dion, as a trial member. That's first and foremost. You'll get access to 3 sample courses. And secondly, there's a lot of tools and resources that are on our platform that you as a trial member cannot have access to, because you must sign agreements with the actual exchanges that the data comes from, and you cannot have access to that as a trial member. You can only sign those agreements with the actual NASDAQ and New York Stock exchanges to get those data feeds in order to use the tools if you are a full member of True Trading Group. So you don't get to come to True Trading Group's trial and spend $3 and expect to get the entire platform and the entire membership. That's why it's a 7-day trial. That's why it's only $3 and the actual membership is $1,000. If anybody is interested in our trial, you guys can certainly do so. It's 7 days. It's only $3. It costs you $3 just to make sure that you are in fact a real person. You can go to ttgthree.com. If you guys, that's TTG3 spelled out. If you do want to join our trial, it's 7 days. It's 7 trading days. Weekends and holidays do not count against your 7 days. There's no automatic upgrade. There's no automatic renewal. There's no reoccurring payment. It's a one-time payment of $3. So like I said, guys, if you want to join our trial, you can go to ttg3.com. Okay. So back to everything that's included with your actual full membership, aside from ETNA Simulator. If you went to ETNA directly, ETNA Simulator is going to cost you just under $1,000 a year. It's included with your membership when you join for just $1,000. You also get access to our own proprietary scanner that lets you create your own custom scans. You get dark pool data, unusual options activity, options flow. Stuff that used to only be available to professionals now is at the fingertips of True Trading Group. And that is how we educate. That is how we empower, rather, the retail trader by giving them access to tools, resources, and education that professional traders use. You're also going to get a trading journal. The trading journal will let you track all of your trades and give you statistics and numbers so you can see what you are doing wrong, so you know where you need to improve. You also get a social sentiment scanner that will go through Reddit, StockTwits, and Twitter and tell you which ticker symbols are being mentioned most, so you can help stay ahead of the crowd. You get analyst ratings on any company you're interested in, so you can see how many analysts have a buy, sell, or hold rating. You'll see if there's insider buying, if there's insider selling, what the short data is. It is all included with your membership, guys, for just $1,000 for the entire year. It's normally $2,212, but the price you pay when you join is the price you pay for life. So if you guys join today for $1,000, that's it. You're locking yourself in for $1,000, which means next year when your membership comes up for renewal, you only pay $1,000. Doesn't matter if our membership could be $2,500. You only pay $1,000. That's important because 78% of our members renew their membership. So chances are you're going to want to as well. All right. Aside from that, you also get our watch list every day. Every day, the moderators and I publish a watch list with the stocks we're looking at, with a game plan and how we plan on trading them, so you know exactly where to focus your attention. Then you get all the courses. The courses are a simplified yet expanded upon version of what I learned working at the fund in New York. There's beginner courses, advanced courses, options, swing trading, trader psychology, crypto, futures, you name it. We've got it in text and video. And then there's a video library that has over 400 hours of workshops and webinars where the moderators and I have conducted these live training sessions covering a variety of different topics. They've all been recorded and put into a video library so you can watch them at a later date. And then you can attend all these workshops live going forward. Folks, it's time you invested in something real. Now, I can't guarantee that you're going to be successful just because you joined True Trading Group. But what I can guarantee you is that if you go through our courses, if you pass our quizzes, and if you attend one study group and fail to make the $1,000 membership fee back at least once during your membership, I will give you back $2,000. That is the deal. That is what I can guarantee you. I stand behind this platform. I see the success that people have had, and that is why I can offer you double your money back. Nobody else is going to do that because they're not as confident in their platform's ability to help you become successful as we are. I don't think you need the double your money back guarantee, considering we've only had to refund 2.6% of our users since 2016, but it is there for peace of mind. Just go to ttgoffer.com, use the coupon code TTG121, click apply code. Price will drop to $1,000 as long as you see a laptop in your checkout cart. That's how you know you're getting one. There's 8 remaining here this evening. You do not need to enter your address. You'll get a welcome email after you join with instructions how to claim that brand new free laptop. If you are a trial member, a previous trial member, or a previous annual member, and you would like this deal, send a text message right now to the number at the bottom of your screen. We have to whitelist your email address if you are a trial, previous trial, or previous member. So send a text message to 786-505-4049. If you are someone that has a question about the membership, about myself, about your trading group, about anything, you also can send a text message to that phone number right now, and we will gladly answer any questions that you all have. Thank you for joining me here tonight, folks. I hope you guys enjoyed the live. Hope you found it helpful. Hope you're ready to make some money this week. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Smash that like button. Turn on your notifications, folks. You don't ever want to miss out on any one of these lives. We're dropping golden nuggets on the regular. Enjoy the rest of your evening, my TTG fam. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Let's keep that momentum rolling. See you guys in